So I started a little garden a little while back when Dakota was down. I dug this new one, and just to kind of be green about it, I used some of the wood that I found that was around here in the yard. And we had an old, one of those old gazebos that we got from, I don't know, Costco or one of the hardware stores. And we had some metal from it that had been around for a while, and I hadn't thrown it out because I figured I'd finally come up with a good use for it. And that's actually what we use to keep the dogs. But this is going to be the winter garden this year. And as you can see, I'm starting to bust another bed here now. I've got it laid out. We'll go through the progression of how this garden bed's going to work out a little bit later. I'm probably going to take some of these pallets over here and create some kind of barrier to keep the dogs out. And I'm actually pretty excited about the whole idea of just using pallets as just a recycled medium to create all kinds of stuff. Artwork with. This is obviously an American flag that Kyle and I believe Michael helped out on this. And then I've leaned a couple of, although it's not pretty, I've leaned a couple of pallets up against the fence here to get some traction for a late crop of cucumbers that I'm putting in. I'm going to try and squeeze a few cucumbers out of this season towards the end of it, because we just did not get an early start on our garden at all. But the idea here is the dogs can't get in there, because that's my biggest problem without fencing them out of something, which I haven't really wanted to do, is to create a barrier for it. And here's the other thing that why this works good. Cucumbers like a little shade. You might notice that over here in this bed, these crops are planted extremely close to each other. If you read a seed packet instructions for how to grow, you're never going to see things this closely packed together. But this is an intensive form of agriculture that we're doing here, an intensive form of gardening and soil preparation and whatnot. High intensity gardening, really. And maybe I'll share some of that with you a little later out. But that is the garden report for today. Soaking the ground, it's a little bit too hard to dig. Training some cucumbers up the trellises. And I was making a little video report to send off to my granddaughter, who helped me plant all these seeds just when she was down for her visit last month. So that's it. Over and out.